welcome to our peer discussion for BCM112. My name's Matilda. I'm doing a Digital Artefact that is a mental health toolkit hosted on Instagram, Pinterest and TikTok.
My name's Grace. I'm doing a travel website on WordPress.
My name's Lydia. I was doing an Instagram page about history, but now I'm making media rants on TikTok.
My name's Sam. I'm preparing a marketing campaign.
My name's Josh. I was doing an Instagram page for Premier League football club Tottenham Hotspur.
My name's Jed, and I'm doing learning Auslan and posting my journey on TikTok.
My name's Ella, and I've been posting my art on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay, so what was everyone's biggest challenge that they faced when doing their artifact? So let's start with Till.
My probably biggest challenge was consistency and creativity. And maybe Instagram as a whole. I think Instagram really let me down with the algorithm. But trying to stay consistent and not get bored of what I was posting, I think is what I struggled with the most.
I was the same with like time management and like doing it every week instead of like once every half semester.
Mine was definitely motivation. Like, obviously you want to focus on the quality of what you're creating less than getting a strong reaction. But when you put something out there, you want a reaction. So when you don't get anything, it's like, I'm not as passionate about this as I thought I was.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, just finding something that really interested me enough to be motivated and to continually work on it, and then sticking to that after having changed what I was doing.
For me, my biggest challenge was probably creating content that's actually relevant or people would actually engage with, just generating engagement in general. That was a big problem.
Yeah, mine is the same as pretty much everyone else. Just lack of motivation. Just ended up stopping it for a while. So yeah.
I think that lack of motivation plus a bit of poor time management really didn't go well together, and it just ended up not really happening at times.
Yeah.
And then once you stop, it's hard to get back into it.
Yeah.
So did anyone actually stay consistent throughout the whole? Did anyone actually stick to their
For the
plans?
second half of the semester, I did it after every lesson stuff. But
Yep.
Nice.
Anyone else?
I think I was more consistent towards the start. I think within the last 3 weeks, I've really been not bothered to do it, or just don't want to do it. Lost a lot of motivation and inspiration, I guess.
Yeah, I was the same. I was good at the start,
Yeah.
and then as soon as we had
Dropped
that
off.
assessment,
Yeah.
I slacked off, to be honest.
It's kind of not completely the other way around because I changed my DA pretty late in the game, but it went from I was posting pretty regularly but having the worst time doing it to, I can just, me and my sister already feel like YouTubers when we're commentating on things. I can just hit record on that and put that out there, and immediately I'm having way more fun, and I was making more, not super consistent, but way more consistently than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, because same as Lydia, I changed quite recently, and it's really been a push to get content ready in the last little while. I think beforehand, at least, there was kind of some consistency to it.
I don't know if this is related to it, but consistency for me, it's similar to motivation, and I think I found that I actually am motivated to create content because I actually enjoy what I'm doing for my DA.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that makes
And
sense.
it's not a lot of things I can really say. I enjoy doing work, when it's work, you're creating something with your own time. But this is definitely something I'm actually enjoying.
And so did you stay consistent then?
Well, I would have, but I had to focus on other assignments and other
Yeah.
subjects.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, valid. I also was going real well at the start and then lost it completely. So I've only picked it up in the last probably 2 weeks, but I haven't posted anything. I've just kept them in the draft, so I have to post them. Yeah.
maybe after this semester's over, I will continue doing it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, there is an urge to do it,
I like that idea, and then not having anything else, any other assessments as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do that and enjoy it.
Yeah, is anyone else passionate that they reckon they'll keep it after?
I don't think I
See
will.
how it goes.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so.
Maybe. I
think-
think I might need to leave it for a bit and then come back to it.
Yeah.
When there's not the same pressure
Yeah.
for it.
Because
I
there's
think
a
I-
deadline for it.
At the start, I didn't really see it as an assignment. Now I'm starting to see it as an assignment. I'm like, oh, I want to kind of steer clear of it.
Yeah.
But maybe after a while I'll get back into it. But as for right now, I think I'm going to take a break.
Yeah, I think that's the thing of like doing something that you enjoy because you can, against like something you enjoy, but also it's an
Yeah.
assignment
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what you're doing, you have to put a significant amount of time and effort into
Yeah.
it. And
Mm.
even if you enjoy it, we've all put the pressure on consistency because consistency and regularity gets more engagement on
Yeah.
all of these
Yeah.
sites.
Yeah.
But being consistent and regular means pushing yourself to do it way more than you probably would on your own.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, true. Has anyone's let's talk about our actual projects. Has anyone, I know that I've changed, I know that Lydia's changed. Has anyone else switched up completely with their projects?
I feel like my idea has always been the same and what I'm trying to achieve has always been the same, but my content that I've created has very much changed.
Yeah, and can you tell us about your content?
Well, originally it sort of just started with posting like plain photos of what I've, created.
Yeah.
Which has never been a good way to do social media, especially nowadays. So, and I knew that. It was just trying to get myself to start doing it. And then I wanted to also post a bit more stuff about me and my personal life and just be a bit more of a front runner for this is me and this is my art.
Yep.
And then it got to the point where I was really struggling with that and I ended up just honestly posting some like lip sync videos. Yeah. So it was really fun. But now I'm sort of like, I don't really know where I'm heading now with this because it's sort of, I don't know.
But like it was worth it to
was
experiment
definitely-
because if
yeah.
you
Yeah.
just
I've had a lot of experimenting with what I put out, which has been lots of fun. So I definitely want to maybe do more of that and see where that goes.
Yeah, just building on that, I've also stuck with my core idea, but I have changed my content as well. I at the start, I used to just make static, like Instagram posts where it's just an image, right? And then I moved into more video, like reels, like form content, and it's worked way better.
And you've
Then-
got more views from that?
Yeah,
And more engagement?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's so good, honestly.
Yeah. And Sam, what about you? How about your changes?
I think I stuck to like the main idea. So what I was originally doing was more of like a tourism focus with like the idea of it complementing this event, like the marketing that I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shift to just doing like the marketing kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same idea, just like a different focus, I guess.
And so why did you change? Why the switch up?
I guess I decided like probably around the time of that second assessment, that like this is something I want to do, but I can't maintain this like level of consistency.
Yeah.
To necessarily do it for the assignment. I think just being like the complementing it is what it was meant to be, and then I guess spending more time on it. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what about you? Did you stay the same the entire time?
Okay, so I started off on Instagram
Yeah.
and then I was just posting like weekly journal prompts and then like little like self-care activities for people to do when they're like feeling stressed out and stuff. Then I switched to Pinterest and started putting them on there because I found that people around mental health like to do things more privately than they would like on social platforms, I guess. And because Pinterest is more of like a search-based platform, people who were looking for it found it more. And then I switched to TikTok, which I'm kind of doing Pinterest and TikTok now. I've kind of ditched the Instagram completely. And then on TikTok, I was just posting like motivational videos and they've done pretty well. So I have changed, but I also haven't changed. I think like they were photos and now they're like videos. So yeah.
What about you, Grace?
I've stuck with the same like travel stuff, but I've added like Queensland and Western Australia instead of just South Australia. So like Noosa, Great Barrier Reef, Whitsundays, like heaps of different places.
and
And
how did that
hotels
affect
too.
you? Like
Because I thought that I didn't have enough like on my site. I thought it was just like large a bit, but like now that I've added more and like with hotels on there as well, like it could get better use out of it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, well, for me, obviously I started not with Auslan and then decided that and switched like mid-term. The only major change I've like switched up since the last assessment was that I was originally planning on doing like teaching it and so posting videos of me teaching what I've learnt so other people can follow along. But I got lots of comments. I got lots of positive ones, but I also got lots saying that it's just disrespectful and like wrong
Oh.
if I'm not deaf myself or hard of hearing, that I should not be teaching it myself.
Well,
So-
that's dumb.
Well, yeah. So anyway, so I've kept with my thing, but I've just had to specify each video now that I'm learning, and that I need criticism and help and guidance more than me teaching others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the only major change since the last assessment for me.
It's quite shocking, those comments.
They weren't mean. They were all, some of them were, but most of them were really like nice about it, and like they were like, yeah.
Well, I guess if you're presenting yourself as an authority in the space and you're not actually
Yeah.
part of it, that's a bit weird. But it does, I don't know,
You're
sound wrong. It's
learning
like,
it,
don't you
aren't
want
you?
more people
Learning,
to
yeah,
know
like
the
yeah.
language so more people can use it?
That's what I thought too. But anyway, so no, it's been very insightful and yeah, but weird. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that reaction at all.
No.
I wouldn't
No.
have expected that either.
Yeah, so it's a bit. I think that's the reason why I stopped as well. I was like, shit, I don't want people to
Yeah, yeah.
have a go at me. Eh?
Pause it out, like.
Yeah. Anyway, so in terms of like guidance from other people, like we all had like reasons we switched up because of our engagement or our actual stuff. But did anyone have like talks to our tutors or talks to friends that made them switch ideas?
I mean, I've spoken to Discord with like a bunch of our
Yeah.
Yeah.
classmates. I don't think any of them like really inspired me to switch up,
No.
but I think I was hearing how other people were doing better on different platforms, and I think maybe that made me switch up. I don't really know, but then like other people found that they were also struggling with Instagram or like Pinterest, like TikTok, and they were like, oh, what do other people use? So I think probably more so gave feedback myself than took
Yeah,
on my own
the same.
feedback.
Yeah. Okay.
I use Discord too because like I wanted more ideas for what to put in it, and so like people were saying, oh, you should put hotels or you should put more places, and so I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that would be better.
What about you, Lydia?
Not too much from the Discord. To be fair, it's on me for not posting about my own thing as much because I was really struggling and didn't want to share what I was up to.
That's okay.
But I also just didn't get generally that much feedback. But it was good to see people in general talking about what worked for them, and especially, you know, most people were coming back to change it up, find out what you can do that is not going to be as much of a drag. And that's when I sort of went back home and sort of talked to other people, friends and family members and my sister, and was like, all right, what's something else I can do, because this is clearly not working. This isn't fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think, like, again, full transparency, I don't use Discord aside from this subject, so I haven't checked it that much. But I think just seeing what other people have done, and they've like changed where they're posting and like their platforms, and like the actual idea generation stuff, even like the actual subject content, I think has helped along the way.
Yeah, for me, I've just taken inspiration from other people on like the same platform as me on Instagram that are just a lot more successful than me. I'm pretty much just trying to replicate not replicate like 100%, but, you know, just take inspiration from them, you know, in terms of like format and, you know, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like with the Discord, the little sections has been really helpful because there's like an art section.
Yeah.
So getting to see what other people are creating and how they're presenting it has been really
That's so cool.
It's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been really good.
And do they do it similar to you?
Yeah, some of them, depending on, I find looking at like the Instagram really helpful because that's another one I've really struggled with.
Yeah.
And seeing how other people are approaching that. Yeah, and then obviously I took a lot of inspiration from one of my friends because she's the one that wanted to do the lip syncing with me. So
And
that's how that ended up.
is your your original art, is it
Yeah.
like painting or what?
It's all digital, so that makes
Oh.
it kind of interesting as well to come up with new ways to translate that and present it online as well.
Yeah, cool.
'Cause it's no longer you can't just hold up a painting, but this is what I did because it's all online.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If we were going to start again, like from day one, what would we do what would we do differently ourselves first? We'll go
Ooh.
you first.
I guess mine would just be to pre-make content
Yeah.
and make a lot of content and
Yes.
then that way when there's times where I'm too busy or too stressed or just don't have the time, I already have something that I can put out and keep that consistency without me needing to consistently make something new.
That's really
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
So that will definitely be something I'd recommend if anyone was starting this assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the start, I was like pre-making all of mine. Like, I'd
Yeah.
have like my 4 posts ready before, like, I would post them. But I think I would not start on Instagram. I think Instagram I'm done with.
Yep.
I'd probably honestly stick to Pinterest. I only switched to TikTok to just test the waters, see what would happen. But I think for my like mental health stuff, I'd probably stick to Pinterest because it does well on there. Yeah, it's more of a private setting for people.
Or at least definitely if you're intending to create a page of something, I think this advice would not be as applicable to people who are just like making a single video or like a website where
Yeah.
the demand's not quite the same.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's when you want to focus and sit down and like make that the best that you can. But if you're intending to make something with that's a page or a TikTok or some kind of media account, that's when you want to sit down a day and just bulk record, bulk make things, schedule them out.
Yeah.
Do we have any like tips or suggestions to, like, we all struggled with consistency, let's not lie. How if we were doing this again, how would we do better? Is there any strategies?
Calendar, plan it out.
Have like a
Yeah.
set
Calendar?
day.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good idea, actually.
Each day
Yeah.
post like that in one day. Especially on like when you
Yeah.
have class. You said you do that after class.
Yeah, I
That's
thought that's a
smart.
really good
Yeah.
idea, yeah.
There's a lot of options like Business Meta and that sort of thing.
Mm.
I think most things will allow you to schedule post stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the start, I was like only posting on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays
Yeah.
when
That's
I
still a
was
lot.
on Instagram. And then when I switched to the other platforms I'm using, I just kind of posted whenever. But I find with Pinterest, you can kind of post whenever and you'll be all right. But TikTok, I think, with the time of days, maybe look at your analytics, see when people are online the most and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's extremely funny thing with mine where consistently you post it closer to midnight, it'll do better.
Oh, it definitely does.
It was
People
weird.
doom scrolling all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The way
Mm.
what from the research I've done is you need to think about when people are going to be using like your
Yeah.
platform the
Yeah.
most,
Mm,
and
yeah.
that's like the opportune time where you're going to get the most engagement, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I posted one at like 2 a.m. and that was one of my best ones. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's so random. I feel like just staying consistent in
Yeah.
general. Like, yeah.
Or I guess staying consistent once you've decided to do something.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And if that's not working,
Switch.
throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
I think just getting stuff out there, no matter what it is, just getting
Yeah.
more and more
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
would definitely
Yeah.
help.
Another thing to add is like I didn't actually maintain like any consistency whatsoever. I was so irregular with like my posting, you know, like so if I reckon if I was to continue this, consistency would be one thing I'd want to improve on, and just, you know, maintaining like a schedule of like when I'm going to post something, maybe at least once a week, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if we like redid the whole thing again, would you do the same DA or change it up? I would change mine because I don't really like mine anymore.
You don't? Are you
No.
bored of it, or you like?
I think so,
Okay.
and I would do something that I'm more passionate about. I reckon.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing. You can't know what
Yeah.
how passionate you
Yeah.
really are about
Mm.
something
Until
until
you
you
do it.
turn it into work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I'd probably do the same. I think I would just probably go about it in a different way.
Yeah.
I've got to agree with you on that.
Yeah. I don't think I would, I don't know. I'd probably stick with the same topic, but I think maybe have it be more interactive than what it was, I guess.
Yeah, I would do the same as I'm doing now, but like,
Yeah.
I would do it earlier. Like, I only decided halfway through the term.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to,
Yeah.
start it from day one.
I think for me, when we first like sat down on the subject and was like, here it is, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It was like almost an overwhelming number of
It's
ideas.
scary, eh?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I think being able to like properly sit down and think about it strategically of like, okay, what can I do that like I reckon has the longevity of something that I can commit to, and then I think going from there and properly planning it.
But to be fair, you can't know what that is until you actually start
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Very true.
Would you stay with the same thing?
I mean, like, I actually started this, like, my DA in, like, last year in another subject, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I chose it because it was something I was passionate about, something I was interested in, right? Something I wanted to do. And I do enjoy it. So I think, like, I'll just keep with it.
You would stay with
Yeah,
it.
and
And you'd
I've never changed
Yeah.
what I've done. So,
So since you started it last sem, did you do anything on it between the semester breaks?
no, actually, I didn't.
No.
Unfortunately, I didn't actually enjoy it that much last year, but I've come around to it. You know, I'm starting to enjoy it more a little.
Well, you did change your output, didn't
Yeah,
you?
Yeah.
I wasn't really creating memes. Like, I'm mainly creating memes now, and you know, I find it funny. You know, I like trying to make people laugh, or you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Last kind of question: is everyone happy with how the semester went and how their projects went, how their engagement went? Is everyone happy?
I'm happy with mine, especially with like Pinterest and TikTok, Instagram. You can just get lost. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how mine went on
Yeah.
both those platforms. Yeah, I'm happy. Don't think I'd really change too much, but yeah.
I'm pretty happy. I don't really know how to like judge my engagement on mine, but like, yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
I guess for my first half, a little bit disappointed, but it was never going to be something that popular or anything. But I'm certainly much happier with the turnaround version, just because I'm having more fun making it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, kind of. I guess like I guess on some level it's just the learning along the way and like that being valuable of like eventually we got there. I guess that's good. I don't know. On the other hand though, like I guess it being like frustrating or annoying or like, you know, it felt like a task to like actually make it was kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
That's a question.
Are you happy with it? Like, are you happy with the semester and how your project turned out in the end?
I mean, like the first half, you know, I wasn't really getting much engagement, but definitely the second half, it's improved significantly, and I'm very happy. You know,
Good.
very happy.
Yay!
Is it better than last semester as well?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No,
Yay.
I like the closest I ever got was like 600 views, and I
Yeah.
reached like almost 5,000 on one. So
Hey,
yeah.
get in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh
Not
man,
to-
only
not to-
600
Not
views.
to show off, guys. Just you know. all good.
Probably not. I think that's all entirely my fault. But
Yeah.
it was also good just to start and then to be able to do this because it's always something that I've wanted to do. And then now going forward, I know where I can improve on and maybe just, I don't know, be more consistent.
Yeah. You know, I'm disappointed in my effort. I wish I did more to it, but it built my confidence as well. Like posting myself online is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I tried it and happy that I started it, and I might do it later on. But yeah, definitely gonna give it a break first. But no,
Yeah.
I'm overall happy with it. So yeah,
Nice.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good job.
Thank you.